All right. Congratulations. Raul Luna here. For the ones that don't know me, welcome to the weekly real estate talk show with Raul Luna. I am not in the office, as you can tell. I'm actually in Reno, Nevada. I came out here to take a look at a property, that one of my business partners basically put under contract. And, and we're pretty excited about the fact that when you are consistent, consistency ends up paying out, right? So pay close attention because I'm going to bring him on board here shortly. But I want to make sure that, I want to run a simple test. If you can see me and hear me, please put number 1 in the chat. If you can hear me and see me, put number 1. Go ahead and cooperate here with me. Let's do a sound test and a visual test. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can, okay. All right, thank you. I think I got one person. I got one person of the many persons that are connected. I got one person's answer. So thank you. It's so inspiring and motivating when everybody cooperates, and only one person cooperated right now. So wow, just understand this, ladies and gentlemen. To learn, it takes energy, okay? To learn, it takes energy. So I really honestly, truly, hope that you can cooperate and be interactive. Disconnect yourself from any distraction, from anything that can possibly make you obviously be distracted from what you're going to be learning here today, right? Because we're going to do it fast. We're on a timeline, and I want to make sure that we obviously deliver what you came for. Congratulations, because you could have chosen anything else and you decided to be here today on a Wednesday night, 5 p.m., decided to invest this time in yourself. I just want to share very briefly a little bit about, about myself, just so that why is it that I should be listening to this crazy dude, to this crazy guy for the next 25 minutes or so, or the next 30 minutes or so. I started real estate investing about 2 decades ago. And basically, I started like anybody else, ladies and gentlemen, not knowing nothing about the industry, not having any contacts or any, capital that I can say that, that's how I got started. I got started like majority of people who are here watching this, webinar today. We get started out of desire. You wanted to do something better for my family. And guess what? I was born into basically hardworking family that I didn't have it all, because oftentimes you hear from other people, well, the reason why, Raul is doing well is because people think that either he inherited something or he won the lottery or he comes from rich parents or whatever. And he has never been that way. As a matter of fact, we built a great, nice real estate portfolio and lost it all in 2009. So I had to press the reset button, start all over, and make it happen. And guess what? We're currently in a market that is not only showing signs of slowness, but it's a market that we all need to be obviously careful of, but that we can learn and that we can prepare ourselves. And that's what you're doing here. Preparing yourself for the greater opportunities that can show up, that will come up your way, and that you want to be prepared for them, all right? So congratulations on that. Today, I want to introduce you to a really close and great friend of mine, a student of Level Up Now Academy from the English side and the Spanish side as well, no other than Mr. Alberto Bravo, who's here with me today. We're in his home, in his house, and basically, we're going to be transmitting live, and sharing precisely what we want to obviously share with every single one of you guys. All right. So he has his second deal under contract. And just so that you know a little bit of background of Mr. Alberto Bravo, he has a full-time job. He works for Bimbo, which is a bread company, or should I say a bread company? Is
bread company, yeah.
It's like a Mexican bread company. I don't know how Mexican it is. I think it's more American than Mexican. But actually, it's an American company that's want to be Mexican bread or something like that. Or what is it? Is
sure,
it American or
like
Mexican?
That. Either way.
Is it American or Mexican?
It's Mexican.
It's Mexican.
It's Mexican.
There you go. So I guess it's me who doesn't freaking know if it's Mexican or American. But anyways, you get the point. He delivers bread in all the different, type of businesses. He does it full time. What is it?
It's a full time.
It's a full-time
Yeah.
job. What time do you start and what time do you finish?
4 o'clock until I get done.
Okay, 4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning
4 o'clock in the morning.
until I get done.
So what time do you gotta wake up?
3:30.
3:30.
No, actually 3 o'clock.
Okay,
I get
3
out from the
o'clock.
house at 3:30.
You go from the house at 3:30.
Mhm.
Start at 4 in the morning. Wow,
Yeah.
that's like graveyard.
Yeah.
You remind me when I used to throw newspaper, because the newspaper route I start at 11 p.m. and finished at about 6 in the morning.
Wow.
But in your case, it's like starts at 4 and until what finishes? What is the average finishing time?
3 o'clock.
3 p.m.
Mhm,
So it's
3
basically
p.m.
close to almost 12
Almost
hours.
12 hours.
Almost
Yeah.
12 hours.
Day. Yeah.
Wow. And you get to drive all day long, basically full time, and that's how you make your living.
Right.
Again.
Right. Yeah.
So there you go. A father of wonderful children, a husband, and obviously a full-time, employee. And yet we met through an ad. I put an ad on a magazine, and basically he decided to call, and that's how we obviously got to get to know each other. And he told me one time, he says, Raul, I would like to learn how to do real estate investing. And I told him, I said, if you're seriously about that, you're going to need to start reading books, attend webinars, master classes, go to live events. You're going to have to hang around and be in the right environment, if you're serious about that. And it's interesting because I still remember it was in almost downtown Reno, when you told me that you were studying, I think certain real estate books, and that you were eager about to learn real estate, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Now, so far, how many real estate deals have you actually have under your belt?
So far 2.
So far 2.
Yeah.
The one that the condominium that you bought the first time, where is the one that you actually made the $50,000, right?
Right. Right.
And then this second one. And as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to share my screen here. And I'm going to share my screen because I want to show you the property that he just put under contract on Thanksgiving Day, was it?
Yeah.
It was on Thanksgiving Day. He called me up right on Thanksgiving, and said, hey, Raul, you know what? I got this deal. I offer them $230,000, I think you said. Yeah. But they're telling me that they'll take it for $240, and we want to show it with you just so that you can basically get a good sense and a good picture of it. Now, this is someone that is basically has a full time, that real estate is he's full time emotionally, but part time time wise. And this is his second deal, is a triplex. And as you can see here, usually when I start searching a property, I like to search it on Google and search the map and kind of search, where is it located in comparison to the freeways, to downtown, to the, main streets and things like that. And it seems like it's, super close to downtown Reno. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Reno is going through a growth mode, through an expansion mode. Population wise, companies are, certain companies are moving even to, Reno, and there's an expansion all over and a shortage of housing. So, just a little bit of context there of why Reno, it's a great market to invest in. So anyhow, in this case, Mr. Alberto lives in Reno, and basically this is the property that he has under contract, which in Google is actually detecting the wrong one. It's actually detecting the wrong one. And I'm going to show you the correct one. This is the correct one, the pink house that you can see here. And he's got 2 structures. He's got the front house, and then he's got a rear house. In the rear house, basically, just so that you can know, the rear house, it's a complete, it's a newer home, basically. It's built in the 50s, I think. And that's the reason why I'm here today, because we went and took a look at it and kind of, met an architect and kind of get to go through all the processes that I've taught and that I shared in the past that I usually do. I'll bring experts. I make sure that I'm generalist, and I just, bring experts that they can tell me what did they see that I'm not seeing, and what do they, to have a second set of eyes, of what is it that, which angle are they seeing it. And that's exactly what we did here. So 2 structures. The front structure has what? It's a duplex, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. And then the rear structure is a full-blown single-family residence. So it's a 3-unit property. Tell me how you found this deal, because I know the first one you found it through direct mail. But for all the people that are here with us tonight, tell us how you found it, how you got into it. What do you think is the ARV? What do you believe it's going to be in repairs, and what do you think you're going to be able to sell it for?
Okay, well, I've been
just speak a little bit louder so they can hear.
Okay, I've been putting offers through real estate agents, and I put an offer to this property that I found on Redfin, and that's how I met this real estate agent. I went and take a look at this property, which is not this one, and then after I put the offer for $150,000. They deny it, but this real estate agent offered me another one, which is this one, and that's how I found this property.
So let me see if I got it right. So basically, what you're saying is that you were searching for properties on Redfin.
Right.
You found a property that it was interesting enough to make an offer.
Yes.
You called that agent. You submitted an offer. They rejected the offer.
Yep.
But the same agent that you submitted the offer with told you about this property, that it's an off-market deal.
Yes.
You went and saw it. You submitted an offer on this one.
Yeah.
Obviously, they countered you back.
Yep.
And on the counter, that's when you called me up and said, "Hey, Raul, this is what I got on the table, right?" And that I told you, go ahead and go ahead and take it. I mean, it's only $10,000 difference.
Right.
Correct.
Yep.
That's how it happened. So let me ask you this: how many offers did you had to do on your very first deal? On the very first deal, on the one that you made $50,000, how many offers did you had to do in order to land in that deal?
I would say about close to 100 offers.
So close to 100 offers, and you landed into that one, right?
Yeah.
Now, you made $50,000.
Yes.
In net profits.
Yep.
In how long of a time?
In a week.
In a week. So you made the profit in 1 week.
Yes.
Although it took you 100 offers to basically land into an acceptable offer, but it took you how long to do those 100 offers?
Just a few days.
No, but how long from the time you started making offers on your first deal to the 100th offer, how long of a period?
About 12 months.
About 12 months.
Yes.
Now, knowing what you know today, Mr. Alberto, because I've seen your growth, I've seen you grow. If you had known that it would take you 100 offers to strike on one deal that could make you $50,000 of profit, the question is, knowing what you know now, could you have done those 100 offers much sooner, much faster?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, Now let's go back into this second deal, into the second deal. This second deal, you have it under contract for how much?
240.
240,000.
240, yeah.
What do you think is the ARV, the after repair value, once it's completely redone?
The ARV, very conservative. It's about 450.
It's about 450,000.
450.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what do you think? Now, after seeing the property, we saw it today.
Yeah.
What do you think how much you're going to have to put into it?
Wow.
Roughly, doesn't have to be perfect, but
about 100.
About 100.
100,000.
About 100,000.
Yes.
Okay. So 450. So if you bought it for 240 plus 100,000, that puts you at 340. But if you can sell it for 450, so let me ask a question to my audience. Who in the audience believes that's a good deal? If you believe it's a home run deal, put me a 10. Go ahead and put me a 10 on the chat. If you believe that it's a so-so deal, put me a 5. If you believe it's a deal that sucks, put me a 1. Okay, go ahead and put me a 1. Let me Let's see what the audience believes. Okay, you want to check here? Okay. Well, Daryl's saying it's a 10. Ezequiel is saying it's a 10. Jose Mercado is saying it's a 10. So okay, at least for the ones that are interacting with us, thank you very much. For the ones that are not, Elizabeth Moreno is saying it's a 5. Okay, it's a 10, 10, 10, 5. Okay, who else can share with your feedback, ladies and gentlemen?
They're doing the math right now.
Oh, they're doing the math.
Yeah,
that's
what they take.
Okay, so we got to give them time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, we'll give you time. Okay, we'll give you time. So tell us, he's got it under contract for $240. He's going to have to put $100,000 into it. And the ARV conservatively, it's $450. Okay. Now, the answer is really honestly depends. Depends on your, basically on your degree of investment, on your formula, on your criteria, I should say. Because some real estate investors are okay investing at 80% of the ARV minus repairs. Some of them are not okay. Some of them, they want to see 75% of the ARV minus repairs. And some of them, they want to see 70% minus repairs. Yeah. To me, as a real estate investor, I want to see a bigger gap. This property seems to, if we do the math, okay, let's get the calculator. Do the math, $450,000 times, let's just say, we won't do 80, we won't do 70, we'll do just 75% in this case. Minus 100,000, to me, if I was, the way I like to invest, it fits in. It's not a home run. It's not a home run for sure, but it is a deal. It does have meat, obviously, but there's still a lot of things that we still got to do. We brought in an architect to let us know if we can make instead of 3 units, a 4th unit. It seems like the 4th unit is quite viable. So, if we do the 4th unit, I think it's going to be, more than 100,000, but I think the value is also going to be higher.
Right.
So,
right.
But keeping it the same way, could it be, it's a better than average deal, I should say. It's not a home run, but it's right around about I would give it a 6 to 6.5.
Okay.
Now, to me, a 10 deal, it was the condo that you did. That's a 10. This is 6.5.
Okay.
All right. So, anyways, just wanted to obviously made it fun there for you guys. So now, how did you mentioned that you found this deal because you were making, so on the first deal, you did 100 offers, you landed into one deal, gave you a profit in a week, took you 12 months to make those 100 offers. How many offers have you had to do to strike into this deal that we just went and saw?
This time about 40.
About 40?
About 40, yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So it's about half.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What changed? What do you think it changed?
The way I'm doing things every day. For me to find this property, it took me day after day, check on my phone, Craigslist, Zillow, and Redfin to find this property.
Zillow, Craigslist, Redfin. Mm-hmm. How do you put, how many hours do you put maybe to search?
About 4 hours a day.
About 4 hours
mm-hmm.
a day. And you do this, I'm assuming you do it, you can't do it while you're driving.
Right.
Because that's not a good idea. But so you do it after work, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
So 40 offers, you land into this deal.
Yep.
This deal should profit what? Let's just say 450,000 times 15% should be about 67,000 plus or minus.
Sure.
Let's just say 50 grand.
Yep.
Now let's just say 50 grand. Now, in the same year, 50,000, let's just say as an example, in a 12-month, in a 12-month period, that's $100,000, you know, 6 figures profits.
Yeah.
Will something like that, you know, does that change something in your lifestyle, in your life?
Yeah. And I mean, I can just make 2 deals and quit my job. Pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So there you go. You know, that's how powerful it is, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I've seen you, you know, the consistency. I've seen you, obviously, how you've done it. Let me ask you this. Did you ever thought on quitting at one point in your career in the real estate aspect?
In the beginning, yes.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I did not see any results.
Because you didn't see any results.
And the results, yeah.
Okay. All right. And I think it's you know, it's viable to sometimes think that it's, you know, we want to quit, right? But and I can understand why when you don't see no results.
Right.
Now,
yeah.
Now that you know that there is results and that this is for real, you know, is it something that you can contemplate of quitting?
Well, I want to quit my job now.
Oh, now you want to quit your job, but you don't want to quit the career.
No. I'm not. Yeah.
You heard it right? So, you know, so there are certain things that you want to quit.
Yes.
Certainly is not real estate one of them.
Right.
Okay. Excellent. Now, so it took you 40 offers.
Yeah.
Versus 100. That's quite an improvement. It's quite an improvement. And you know why I'm asking these questions, ladies and gentlemen? Because I want you to understand one thing. You will get better when you're doing the right practice. I mean, when you're practicing the right things, the right activity. Okay, when you're practicing the right activity, when you're being consistent, and when you know that you have a clear picture that you're doing it for growth. When you know that you're doing those 3 things, you will become better. I've seen a lot of people throughout my life and throughout my real estate career that they want to boil water with the concept of turning the stove on and turning it off, turning it on for 20 seconds and turning it off for another 20 seconds. They turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. And I don't see the water boiling that way. I don't see, you know, that the water will ever boil in the most efficient way. Well, the same thing is for success. You know, time-wise, what did it took you to get this second deal? You know, how long did it took you to make those 40 offers?
From March to November, probably about 6 months, something like that.
6 months. So it's so from March. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So that's more like 8 months. 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and it's interesting because I still remember the very first time you called me up, or you texted me. You didn't even call me. You said, "Raul, I think I'm doing something wrong." And I still remember this was before you even made the first deal. You know, and you said, "I'm doing something wrong." And I said, what do you think that you're doing wrong? He says, "Well, I've submitted 10 offers and, you know, and I've gotten 10 offers rejected." And I ask you, how long have you, you know, has it taken you? He says, "Well, it's been about 3 months. I've done 10 offers in 3 months." It's like, it's quite embarrassing, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sharing this because we want to be obviously open and transparent about things. So you did 10 offers divided by, you know, so you were doing literally like 3.3 offers a month. It was maybe like not even one full offer a week. It was like 3/4 or some sort of, you know, crazy things like that per week.
That's right, yeah.
And when you told me, "Raul, I think I'm doing something wrong," and when you said, you know, I've got 10 offers and 10 has been rejected, I said, you know, I think I know what you're doing wrong. And I said, when you reach 100, call me and let me know. If you get 100 rejections, then we got something that we can work from. But on 10 is not enough.
Right.
In 10 is not enough. It's like telling me, "Oh, I want to hit a home run, batting 10 times." And, you know, what is the likelihood? Slim to none, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you did decided to go for the 100, you know, obviously, bam, got the deal, right? Now, what can you share? What knowing what you know today, what can you share for the audience? You know, because you're not a licensed real estate agent. You're a part-time real estate investor. You still have a full-time job. You got to do this literally after work. You're probably tired. You know, when you get off of work, you're not only tired, you're probably sleepy and hungry, and you still got to come in and be with a wife and with the kids and you know, I mean, you still got a life.
Right.
What
right.
can you tell the audience that they got to go through something similar, that it can be of extreme value that will help them, you know, speed up their process?
Well, what I started to do is make a schedule, making a schedule, and work at least 3 hours a day, and not only do computer work or you know, things like that. I gotta put action on it. I gotta make phone calls. Gotta send letters to a little bit of everything, and check Zillow, Redfin, and Craigslist. Always looking. I was always look. I've been looking for deals every day lately, and that's what is keeping me, you know, busy and learning every day, and that's how I've been getting these deals.
Absolutely. And it's interesting. You also told me that one of the things you do is that whenever you see a house that it's, you know, that it seems abandoned or seems very in extremely bad condition, that you actually send them a letter right there and then, right?
Yeah.
You even have the letter that you send, right?
Yes.
Can I see it? Let me take a look at it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you something here. So pay close attention, because I'm going to actually take the sharing screen. I don't think we need it anymore. But anyways, just wanted it for you to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that, you know, this is Mr. Alberto. It's a person that doesn't have access to the MLS. He depends a lot on public websites. He depends on other real estate agents. He is hustling it in his own way. He never bugs me. And when he does, it's because I already know that he's either got a deal under the belt, he's either on negotiations already, or it's done and he's on the contingency period. So, you know, this is it's interesting, because this is the letters that he uses whenever basically he is going to send a letter when he finds an ugly house, or when he sees an abandoned house, or when he come across. And today we actually drove and took a look at the property, and we saw a few, right? We actually saw a few. Join me here. Come and join me. Otherwise, people will think that what the heck, selfish freaking guy, right? So, anyways, so just understand that this is a humble gentleman who is trying to, you know, and attempting to make it happen, and yet there's no excuses. You know, he will devote the time. So he does what, 12 hours at your work, and still come, you know, from home and you know, do another 3 or 4 hours.
Yes.
And it's interesting. You know, it's very interesting. Let me tell you why. We just spend a little bit of time together, and you know, he made phone calls in front of me with agents. He was literally, you know, we went to properties where offers were made and got rejected. And it was interesting to see when, you know, there's no time to be wasted. And that's when I know that someone's going to win, you know, in a very major way. Why? Because I know that, you know, he's willing to be consistent. Although 40 offers in 8 months is way less. I would expect that number would have increased. Now understand this, Mr. Alberto. If you know that for every 100 offers or 50 offers, whatever that number is, okay, usually I grab many deals together. Like when you're in your 10th deal, you're going to be able to work those numbers even at a closer scale. So if you knew that you will get a deal every 100 offers, and if you really want to retire or quit your job. And it's only 2 deals. With this second deal, upon completion, could do that, but I wouldn't advise it yet. But listen, if you can literally just know that every 100 offers is going to get you a deal, why let it be a 12-month period when it could be maybe 90 days?
I read that about that.
Maybe every 90 days you can do, instead of 1 deal, instead of 2 deals a year, you can do 1 deal every 90 days by just doing 100 offers every single quarter, right?
Yeah.
So picture that for a moment. We do about 100 plus offers a week. We average about 1 plus deal, plus or minus, a week. So very powerful. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, just wanted to share that. If there was some tremendous value given there, go ahead and please let me know on the chat. Go ahead and let me know on the chat before we conclude today's webinar. Okay, go ahead and let me know if there was some extreme great value given to you guys. If it was, we'll continue doing it with others. If it wasn't, then also let me know. Also, don't tell me just to, make me feel good or make Mr. Alberto feel good. Let us know if you liked it, if you learned from it. And then if there's any question, I'm going to take 1 or 2 questions and then we're going to conclude, all right? All right. It says, keep up the great work, Mr. Alberto. Awesome. Thank you. Very awesome.
Thank you.
Beautiful. All right. If there's any questions, this is the time. If not, we'll go ahead and more offer equals more deals. Absolutely, Ezequiel. More offers equals, absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I want to congratulate you for being here with us. And then for the ones that are about 4 to 5 hours near San Mateo, California, just make notice that this coming December 19th, we're going to do our very last meetup of the year of 2019. Join us. Be there. Go to meetup.com and look at, it's a free, obviously, and go ahead and register to the group. Go ahead and be part of the group. And then at the same time, if you want to continue learning how to invest in real estate and you are not a part of Level Up Now Academy, well, make sure that you go to levelupnowacademy.com, okay? levelupnowacademy.com, and go ahead and subscribe so that you can be on our list and you obviously get notified and notifications about this, as well as we got the event that is recorded, that you could accelerate your learning, that you can accelerate your results, that you can accelerate your financial freedom. For that, all you got to do is go to levelupnowacademy.com/F as in Frank, A as in Apple, D as in Delta. And I'm going to put it here, levelupnowacademy.com/F as in Frank, A as in Alpha, and D as in Delta. Okay, there you go. I think hopefully it'll go with, okay, there you go. Awesome. So congratulations. So there was a question, are you doing assignment on these deals? And basically, no, go ahead. Somebody's asking if you're assigning these deals or if you're actually closing on them.
We are working on it still.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to know exactly what we're going to do by Friday, right?
Yeah. So on this particular deal, I think it's gonna be closing on it because it may turn out better than what we're thinking. But anyways, the first deal it was also closing.
Right.
Yeah. So far no assignments. It has been an actual purchase, taking title to it and then selling it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Welcome here to the weekly real estate talk show. We'll get to see you next week with a new, obviously, topic. So congratulations, have a wonderful night. And just remember, you're one freaking awesome real estate deal away from impacting your financial future. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Good luck, guys.
Have a great one.